Welcome to Mystical Minds. I am your host, Jamie Gerard, and today I will be reading an article from Danny Martin Gerard, Creating with the Universe. Creating for ourselves and humanity. I believe we are all creators, and we are creating ourselves anew every day. We have control through three things, which are thoughts, words, and actions. Think about something long enough, you create its very existence. You can imagine a world where humanity would get the opposite of what we think about all the time. How about a world where everything was just random and it was merely evolution? What control do you have with these beliefs? How does someone overcome his overwhelming challenges when he says it's out of his control and power? If he tried everything through his atheist perspective and still cannot find a solution, how will his life unfold? By chance? What if his own capabilities are not enough at present? What will he rely on? What kind of universe would be created by chance? It all boils down to faith. If I were to tell you healing from paralysis is possible, what would you say? Many would say they need proof, but a few would say they can set the example as the many who healed from paralysis. If I were to tell you it is possible to live to 150 years old, would you believe it, or do you need proof? Records may say 122 years is the oldest a person has lived. You do not have the proof yet for 150 years, making you doubt and lack faith. If I were to tell you it is possible to be in vibrant health even after 100 years old, would you need proof? Can you set the example? What creates aging and what wears your body out? Primarily stress, fear, pessimism, bitterness, and poor lifestyle choices such as diet, exercise, and sleep. I'm sure our environment has an effect, but only to the degree we let it. It is our reaction that defines everything, including the unfolding of our lives. If your environment causes you to give in to stress, fear, pessimism, bitterness, and poor lifestyle choices, your environment affects you. However, if you say, I'm not my environment and I can overcome my environment, you're in the process of transformation. You are in the process of transformation by choosing to live in peace, optimism, gratitude, joy, faith, and love. I choose these four emotions of stress, fear, pessimism, and bitterness as the culprit to aging because they are at the root of every negative emotion. Whenever you're feeling negative, it usually falls into one of these four emotions. You may say grief, but grief is a normal emotion we all feel. If we become bitter over time because of our grief, it takes a toll on our health. You may say anger, but anger is a normal emotion that we all feel, and it only affects our health if we give in to bitterness, rage, or being overwhelmed, which is another form of stress. You may say genetics has an effect, but only to the degree we let it. We can agree that genetics does not determine everything, as we have seen it repeatedly with biological twins, where one is healthy and the other has many health issues. We can also agree that genetics does not determine longevity, persistence, and faith. If we can agree that negative emotion causes aging and decline, we can agree that positive emotion will create the opposite. It's clear you have more energy, you're in a positive frame of mind, you believe in more possibilities, and you're willing to act on possibilities if you act in faith. You are willing to take more positive steps for greater health if you live in faith. If you do not believe life will get better, will you take those steps to greater health or fulfilling your dreams? Will you speak about it, or would you act on inspiration? Everything stems from thoughts such as insight, inspiration, enlightenment, wisdom, and open-mindedness. This results in taking action to create health and to achieve your every desire. Think of a universe where the source responds to faith, optimism, and gratitude. We can say the law works in our favor because regardless, it will bring joy. Being in a consistent state of joy increases your energy, stamina, and our will to fight to achieve our every desire. If one can be at peace despite the chaos and their most pressing challenges, then the adversity is in their control and power. This is where true freedom lies, realizing our control and power through life's endeavors. Thought is ultimate creation, for without it, we cannot create. Every idea stems first from thought. Words are just thoughts spoken out loud, but thoughts hold the essential meaning. How do we contradict thought in its purest form? Words are often contradicted, mistranslated, or modified. Often we say something and someone thinks differently about the same words we spoke, or we say something and afterwards realize it is not exactly the message we wanted to convey. Words hold misconceptions and preconceptions, and therefore I say listen to the meaning of the words, not merely words. Actions are thoughts, and words come alive. When we think about it and speak about it long enough, we act. Action is the enjoyment of where we put our energy and attention, or sometimes the stress associated with the opposite of what we want. It is essentially our creation in physicality. So many times when we face our challenges that manifest, we do not see a means of escape and we panic, or by our consistent attention to the lack or opposite of what we want, we perpetuate the unfolding of the same reality. It is easier to fix the problem when it is not too overwhelming or not consuming so much energy. Utilizing these laws for our benefit means focusing our energy on health, happiness, and success. We must convince ourselves that health, happiness, and success are ours through the source, the ultimate provider. A loving father would not take away anything that brings joy through his unconditional love. A loving father would want nothing less for us than to be truly fulfilled. Think about the laws of the universe for a moment. Can you imagine a life where everything is just random or evolution? Evolution says everything happens by chance. Everything happening by chance is out of our control. Would a creator say, I created this universe for you, and you have no control over the unfolding of humanity? That seems to underestimate where we are as humanity in the world and everything we have achieved since its creation. The most important element is realizing our role in our spiritual journey and the evolution of humanity. It all starts with your thoughts, words, and actions. Remember, we are always creating, whether subconsciously or consciously. The real gift is recognizing that we are deliberate creators, and the power lies through the divinity that we are. Thank you so much, Danny G. That was powerful. Wow. That really resonates with my soul. I love this article. Just amazing. Again, thank you so much for listening. And until next week, have a beautiful week and have a beautiful day today.